Like Kougaon, let's go.
When I was growing up, I had a lot of people who were older than me tell me, the grand old, oh, video games get you nowhere. Why play video games? You learn nothing from them. But what they don't know is that we learn
Yeah,
a lot.
it's not like it helps you learn more languages, be social, and also like earn you money potentially. Potentially a lot of money, depending on the game.
From video games, such as in Dying Light 2, if you just simply
misshapen
take
chair,
chamomile
probably.
and honey, you can easily just make medicine. Like, why go to the doctors at all? Why go to Walgreens anymore? I could just go out in my backyard and collect this stuff, like, easy. And what has Final Fantasy XIV taught me? Life lessons. I know, crazy idea, being terminally online but yet learning all these cool life lessons. We've learned so many great skills just by playing video games. In fact, I learned how to comfort somebody during their failed marriage at the age of 13 while playing RuneScape, so I'm basically a licensed therapist. Final Fantasy XIV itself.
I thought you was about to say 30 instead of 13, and honestly, that would still be true. Because people come to this game sometimes and they just unload their entire personal life on somebody without them even asking. It's a bit weird.
Offers a plethora of life lessons. I feel kind of fancy saying that word, plethora. I thought I knew everything about life before I started playing 14 at the age of 24, but then this game surprised me with so much I can learn. By the way, before I continue, I want to quickly say that this video was highly inspired by the RuneScape YouTuber Jimmy. Old school RuneScape YouTuber, by the way, like the better RuneScape. I have so much respect for Jimmy and I love his content so much, so if you guys like OSRS content, go check out his channel. And with that said, let's go ahead and start talking about some life lessons I've learned from playing Final Fantasy XIV. The 14 community is known for being one of the more tamer and nicer gaming communities out there. And I swear to God, this is coming from a former League of Legends player.
That is just not true. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's all false happiness in the game. Because people aren't allowed to criticize in game. But like, look at Discords and like Twitter and like Reddit. Bro, it's not a nice community. It's just not. Like, it's so two-faced. Like, it would make a fucking Hydra blush.
And it's worse over there. You try telling your team in ranked to calm down when you guys have only 3 kills to the enemy's 20 with no objectives taken. I also was a part of the Genshin community for a little.
Look, at least in League, people are honest with each other. Overly toxic, yes, but at least people call others out for their shit.
Bit and well, it's Genshin. However, despite 14's community being better than most communities out there, you would think I would return the favor of being really kind back, but no, my first life lesson is the complete opposite of being kind. I think we can all agree on that in 14, never give advice to anyone in this game.
I mean, like, it's toxic positivity,
I used to be
right?
a really
It's a different kind of
person.
toxic.
I didn't mind giving advice. I didn't mind helping others until I took a 14 to the knee. 9 times out of 10, if you try offering advice to anyone in this game that you don't know, you will be met with a lot of backlash. Hey, Tank, could you possibly, pop arm's length to help me heal because it helps mitigate damage just a little bit? You. I don't know what it is about players not wanting to accept help even if you tell them in the nicest way possible. You can't write something too lengthy anyways because it takes too long to type and you're probably mid-battle, so you want to get the fight
I don't know
over
if this is a life lesson though, because people aren't like this IRL.
It comes off as cold and mean to certain players.
At least
and I have
not
to
that I
admit,
know.
14 itself doesn't really do a great job of trying to teach players how to play the game properly. And I get it, we need to pull our own weight as well, we need to read the tooltips and get better in that way as well, but you tell me where you learn how to manipulate the limit break gauge, and I'm certain you didn't learn that from 14 itself. So I learned the most effective life lesson that helped me from 14, and
Chat, I'm gonna go for a piss 1 second. I want you to work out what's up with this picture. I'm sure you can figure it out. Yeah, I'm here. Where did he get this? I think this was posted on Reddit at some point a long time ago. I can't remember why. But everyone just spontaneously lined up on Dark Knight for some reason. How does he have this? I'm literally right here.
That is life lesson number 1.
Was it the Berserk tribute? Possibly? I thought that was in Oldar though, with like the walking and the bonfires. I thought that was different. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Just don't help anyone. I don't help anybody in 14, and I don't even help anybody in real life anymore. No more advice giving, no more helping. Old lady crossing the street, let her get hit by the car. See somebody dying on the street, well, you know, why would I help them? I'm not a doctor. What if I die too? I'm staying in my lane, and I'm not gonna help anybody anymore. And honestly, it does wonders for me. When I'm in a dungeon or a normal trial,
I mean, the problem is, like, you want to help, right? Like, in most content, it doesn't matter. Like, in a fucking normal trial, like, who cares? In a dungeon, like, who really cares? Even though, like, you know, a healer not pressing holy or something is, like, fucking annoying. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of whatever. For the most part, depending on what the problem is. Like, if the tank's not turning on their stance, not AoEing, and everyone's dying to aggro, like, alright, kind of an emergency. But in some things, it just doesn't matter. But the problem with that is, if you don't help them now, they won't know later, and if they try and go into raid or something, they're in for a nasty fucking surprise. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the time to tell them, but you just fucking can't.
don't really bother to correct anybody anymore, so I don't have to deal with all that backlash from them. And this is something I had to learn over time. This was, like, really strange to me, but a lot of people play this game not for raiding, not to get good at raiding at all. Some people play it like it's Second Life. People like to, you know, interact with people, go to RP clubs, do the side content that's not raiding in the game, like Blue Mage content. And it's like a whole different...
what if you could do all 3 of those, though? Let's go.
Community for like Eureka and Basha out there. This kind of playstyle is not completely wrong at all. You know, 14 has so many different things to do. I like to describe it as like a jack of all trades. It does really good in a lot of different things, but it's not like super great in others. 14 is a game full of so many different aspects, and raiding is just one part of it. And not everybody wants to raid. But man, I'm telling you right now, trying to tell those kind of players to, you know, get better at the game when they don't really want to get better at the game, it leads to a lot of unpleasant moments and encounters.
I've not found this problem in other games.
In real life, I don't bother helping anybody when I'm in a normal trial or in a real life dungeon either. And my life honestly has gotten a lot more quieter for the best. I remember having to be the relationship expert for my friends.
I just mulled it out on
I remember a friend coming up to me asking for advice on what to do in their terrible relationship, ranting to me, crying, asking me what would I do in their shoes. And after countless hours listening to that friend cry about stuff and then giving them the most sound advice ever, they just ignore my advice and go back to their relationship like as if nothing happened. No fixing, no nothing. Nothing at all. And then the problem comes back again, and then I'm playing the same therapist role as I did earlier, having to listen to the problems once again. So I took the life lesson I learned from 14 and I applied that to my real life. The next time I saw her, I just simply smacked that girl with a tank buster and got her out of my life for good. Oh my god. No, but seriously, having to overexert yourself to help somebody gets really exhausting fast. So instead, I've reserved a lot of my energy for myself instead of making myself available to somebody at all times. It will do wonders for your mental health and you will thank me later for it. Sometimes it's not worth telling that tank to tank better, or telling that white mage, please stop spamming Cure 1. There's literally every other healing ability you have in your kit. Stop spamming just Cure 1. Most of the cash...
I think the time that's most annoying is in like roulettes and you just want to get them done, but you have like some dickhead who just only knows one button. Like, to me, it like the way to describe this is like, imagine when you're at a cashier in a shop. And we've all been there, you know, like everyone's stuck behind the fucking old lady who's buying like 7 fucking lottery tickets, has like a whole trolley full of food and drink. And, like, obviously can't walk very well. Obviously, the last one's not their fault. But, like, it's just fucking irritating, man. It's just, like, you just want to get going. It doesn't matter if you're not in a rush. You just want to get it done. You have, you know, you have a purpose. You want to move with purpose, and then you just can't. Like, that's what this feels like. Like, especially if you've done roulettes 10,000 fucking times. And you like, it's just going slow because somebody's just not putting in like the 2 brain cells required to press more than one button.
Content in this game can still be done by players who don't use half their kits or half their brains. So I've taken it back and just let players just do their own thing. No point in wasting my energy or time on people who can get potentially mad at me. My mom always told me that I should live an honest and humble life. She also told me I was too ugly for television as well. She was right for that. I mean, I'm just taken aback like, damn, mom, she's a savage. But 14 has taught me that people do not want to live honest lives, and they will pretty much lie all the time. Life lesson number 2. Don't trust anybody ever. Whenever you play this game, you have to like double think things over. Well, maybe triple think, quintuple think things over. People will sometimes unintentionally lie to you. Hey, this PF says you caught Prog Point Blackfire Trio. Now, I'm a scholar in the art of bullshit. So what this actually translates to is we're on nail phase still.
Bro, it's such a mood. It's such a mood. The prog lying is out of control. You know, it's a sad life when you realize you just can't trust anyone. Like, I thought he was gonna go on some like personal thing about like, you know, how he trusted someone with like some information about them, and then like, you know, they got like ratted out or something, or you know, they told someone something in confidence. You know, I thought he was gonna go down that road, which is also a mood. You know, that's also a problem. Yes, people on the internet are never who they seem, for the most part. But this is the biggest mood of them all. But I saw it in a guide. Yeah, I love Armchair Raiders.
It's messy. Think to yourself, how many times has Party Finder betrayed you? Thinking you were doing a farm party for a totem.
It's okay, man. I got like 200 people here that enjoy seeing that happen. So, you know, for me, like, I don't like the prog lying, but, you know, at least I get something out of it.
It turns out to be a learning lesson for one player. Happens all the time. Always lower your expectations when playing 14. Never go into life thinking, hey, we could clear this in like maybe 1 or 2 pulls. Think of it more like, hey, we could clear this maybe. The player that has 90 in every single job that they have, yeah, they may not be an expert at this game or an expert at their role as well. Because all it really takes is some hardcore grinding and you can get all your jobs to level 90 without really knowing half your kit. I know this as a level 90 Astro, like... What is that ability? I don't know that. And those mentors, you know, don't let those crowns fool you.
Oh, no.
The game makes you think that, you know, the mentor crowns are playing with real experts of the game, right? Yeah, that's not the case. Oh man, don't get me started on Ultimate
Oh boy,
Times.
my favorite
Player walk into a dungeon, die, or a trial. It makes you just question humanity a little bit. You know, how did they actually get their title? Did they actually do it fairly, or did other? You know?
Look, man, I think you know the answer to that. But additionally, as I said yesterday, we had this discussion quickly yesterday. Someone having a legend title, man, like, it don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. Do not hold people in high regard. Not guilty until proven innocent, obviously. But, you know, see how they play. If they play well, that's great. If they don't, like, you know, does the legend title really mean anything?
I can't talk about it on video, though. Sometimes players will just lie to you with the intent of hurting you intentionally, you know, not by accident. Somebody will play as a cat girl telling you, hey, I'll be your girlfriend for like 500k gil, you know, per hour. You know, why not? Sounds like a good deal. You give them everything they want, gil, money, items, whatever. And then later on they reveal to be a guy, and not even a cat in real life either, just a dude. I know it sounds oddly specific, but like it happens to everybody in 14. Like,
bro, catfishing is rampant in this game. But if they've not disclosed their gender and you assume they're a girl or something, then you're the fucking idiot, okay? Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Stop assuming genders.
At least twice. Lying with the intent to hurt somebody doesn't just take place in 14, but it also happens in real life too. I know, surprising. Let me tell you guys about the story of when I got into Fate Grand Order. So when I started playing the game, I noticed that... Alright guys, come on. I haven't even finished telling the story. Can I finish telling the story first, guys? Come on. When I got into FGO, I saw there were so many great designs in the game, and I mean, great designs. Sheesh. All my friends were like, Ko, we know there's one character you'll like in particular. She has the best design ever. She's so cute. And then they showed me Astoflo. You may already know where this is going. If I was applying my lessons carefully here, I should have known they were trying to trick me.
Oh no!
They didn't
It's
trick me at
okay.
all.
It fooled me too. I have Astolfo emotes in my chat, and yeah, that got me too, man.
Oh, because when they showed me this character, I was like, wow, she has a great
Still
design.
hot though.
And then when they revealed to me the truth behind this character, I was like, you know what? He still has a great design. So joke's on you guys. And now I developed some kind of weird feeling towards this thing, so I don't know how I feel about this. Now, going back to 14, though,
just
now
embrace
that I don't
it, man.
trust anyone or anything, I treat all players the same, no exceptions. If we wipe on a certain content, well, you know what? That's just how life is. Farm party that didn't clear within 20 pulls, it's okay. We keep going. We'll get the clear eventually. The mentor healer player failed to heal me and I died. Well, okay, that's kind of expected. I feel like we all kind of knew that. Nothing new there. And with real life,
True.
I applied all the lessons I've learned, and I look at things the same way. Girl sliding into my DMs? That's a dude. Haunting was in my area? Nice try. Everyone's ugly where I'm at. My dad saying he'll return from the store one day? I actually kind of believe that would be true.
I think this is gonna hit home with a few people somehow.
Dad, if you're watching this, please come back. And for the third and final lesson I'm going to share with you guys today, lesson number 3. Don't be afraid. 14 has
True.
taught me to not be afraid of doing new things.
True.
I remember before I started playing 14 itself before I started was really scary to get into. I remember hearing about how many countless hours had to go into the MSQ alone, you know, having to go through all the story, the expansions, the MSQ itself being such a commitment, and then having to do like the fights in the endgame raids is like also really intimidating as well. The ultimates in the game being something that only a small percentage of players actually ever clear because of how difficult they are. These
Wait a minute. What? Hold up. Wait.
like also really intimidating as well. The ultimates in the game being something that only a small percentage
13%, huh? More people have cleared T than fucking UCOB. And UCOB came out first. Mother of God. Yo, I'd love to know where this is from. I mean, I think it's like on a collect website. So it's not entirely accurate because it's only public achievements, right? But we can assume it's like somewhat proportional. It's on collect, okay. Yeah. All our achievements, yeah. Man, that's I don't know how so many people have cleared ooh, because that shit's fucking impossible right now. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know how accurate it is, but still. Anyway, like what he's saying is true. Like I'll let him finish, obviously. But like, believe it or not, chat, when I started this game, I had tank-anxiety in every dungeon I went into. Because I started as a paladin, right? Or gladiator. I was nervous going into every dungeon, man. But I knew that nervousness was because I didn't want to suck. And I wanted to get better. So, you know, I agree with him. And I've always taught people to not be afraid. A lot of people come to stream and tell me they're afraid to PF. And now some of those are PFing, clearing shit now. And, you know, never be afraid. You will soon realize that you're just in the same boat as everyone else. And if you don't try, you will never know.
percentage of players actually ever clear because of how difficult they are. These intimidating things had me really questioning if I was really ready for the task of playing this game because it seemed very hard to play 14. Like, it made me feel not really confident in my ability to do all these hard contents or, like, maybe investing all these hours into the MSQ.
Streaming helped me a lot with that,
I invested
QT,
countless
honestly.
hours into playing RuneScape, grinding for my first ever 99 fire making cape. Let's go!
Learning to laugh
Can
at it.
Can you guys congratulate me in the comments, please? That'd be nice. I thought I had to be a real expert in my job, you know, having to be able to sit there and be so good at my job, knowing in and out to clear any kind of content in this game. But that's not the case at all, because I can just pay for my ultimate clear. When coming into 14, you may hear all about how crazy the raids are.
No!
Endgame, it's all about raiding, and it can kind of scare you a
Never
little bit
give up.
going into it. Raiding in either extreme, savages, ultimates, all this stuff can be really daunting to a new player. However, you'll quickly realize when you take your first steps into an ultimate, a savage, extreme, anything, you start to realize that, wow, this raiding shit has nothing on housing. I'm telling you guys right now, if you put a gun to my head,
I was about to say it's nice to see like more YouTubers sort of advocate for raiding and stuff. I think we need that. So I'm glad to see that happen. But Kougaon, man, you just had to do it to me, didn't you? I don't know shit about housing. I just look at chat's houses and judge them.
Told me, make a really good looking room in 14. Tell Noctis I love him. No, but seriously, rating isn't really that bad at all.
In PF, you can get kicked and blacklisted for no reason. Oh well, then you never have to see them again. Who cares? Fuck them.
It seems really scary at first, but then you quickly realize it's a game of how many times can I just bash my head into the wall until I clear
Can't
this
please
thing.
everyone.
And with so many different resources out there, you
Don't
know,
bother
guides, actually people who can mentor and teach you, actually clear POVs that will really help
Unless
you
you
kind
are
of
the
understand,
problem.
oh, that's how I play my job at this point. Got it. It's not that scary at all. Yes, you'll mess up. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not a freebie, but I'm telling you, and I really do believe this, anyone can clear if they really put their mind to it.
True.
Like anybody. And if you don't believe me on that, well then, hit me in the DMs on Twitter and we can arrange a clear party for you. And that would make for a great video content. So please, actually, if you really are curious, I'll get a group together and we can get you a clear on, ooh, I promise you. With a lot of things to do in 14, you may be hit with a little bit of paralysis, you know? You might be kind of like, shit, what do I do next? There's so much things to kind of like do. I'm just kind of at a loss. But the best thing to do, honestly, is to just dive into things. Whether it be ocean fishing, Blue Mage, Eureka, Bajja, all this stuff, just go do it.
Even I did Eureka. And people never thought they'd see the fucking day. But here we are.
The world is your oyster, and there's really nothing to fear out there. Translating this to real life, I've learned to not really be so scared of doing things in real life. I've been making efforts to really start chasing the things I really want to do in life. Like learning the guitar, and that guitar is not just for display, I swear. I've been practicing sometimes, guys. The music of 14 has been just phenomenal. I loved it so much. It's really pushed me to want to get really good at music. I still suck at music, but you know what? It's gonna be a grind and you just gotta get at it and get good. There really hasn't been too many games out there that really inspire me to go do something. Like the last time that happened was with Dying Light 2. You know, parkour, zombies, really cool. I saw a video of this like guy doing parkour where he almost fell off a building with no gear, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine with just sitting in my chair at home. No thank you, I'm good. Living in fear of doing things is not really a life worth living in my opinion. And hell, you know, if you think about it, our story of our Warrior of Light going through the story, he's just a dude. Or actually, sorry, he's just a dude or dudette. I'm sorry, I gotta make sure everyone's included. Who pushes their way through so many different trials, getting strong, and to save the world. And that's just really what life's about. Well, not saving the world part, but you know, just getting good at things and just making sure you live the best life that you could. And imagine if our Warrior of Light just didn't do any of those things and just sat down and let the world, you know, pretty much do its thing and just die. Well, then at that point it wouldn't be so hard to imagine, just everyone would be dead. With all the life lessons I learned from 14, I realized that I'm really pessimistic. I'm sure we all learned our own different kind of life lessons while playing 14, so
A pessimist is never disappointed.
let me know what you've learned, because I'm really curious what you guys learned from this game. Did you learn something similar, or did you actually find real-life cat girls? If so, please DM me, because I'm still looking. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. And one last life lesson I have for you guys is that Vieira women are actually women in real life. So believe that. Never a guy behind the monitor. Quote me on that one. Have a good one, guys.
I feel like you might be saying that for a reason. Did he get catfished? Anyway, good video! Go sub to Kougaon. He makes good shit. I don't know what I've learned. I think I've learned that, like, streaming is cool. That's what I've learned. I wish I'd streamed the game.